Hey, yo, what's going on? What's goody good, gang? What's going on, all of my army, my YouTube, all my subscribers, everybody, man? Hey, man, it feel like it's been forever. It's only been it's been about 3 days, so. But as I told y'all, man, I was on a little vacation with the family, man, and we are now returned. So we're back with the content, man. So this video is going to be, as I promised, man, a clip of how our time went while we went on vacation. And if you didn't know, we went to Tampa, Florida, and just enjoyed ourselves there. I took my first flight. This is my first time flying. Most of the time I drive everywhere. I shit you not. This is my first flight, and I took it like a champ, man. Like, I got video and clips, man. I'm about to bring here. My wife and washing clothes and stuff now, so I'm not going to talk too much because I know you can probably hear the dryer and everything going in the background. I apologize if you do. Other than that, man, I made it back. Good trip, man. I really enjoyed myself, man. It was nice, man. What can I say, man? What can I say? So we back here. We coming back with another video, man. I hope everyone has had a good day. Hope everyone is having a great day, man. So we coming to it right now, man. Finna bring y'all a clip right now, so y'all gonna see coming up very soon, man. It's gonna be a couple of clips, a couple of videos, man, that I'm gonna put together, man, of our time in Florida, man. And hope y'all enjoy. We're gonna be back with the content starting either tomorrow or the day afterwards, man. So I gotta recuperate, man. So other than that, love you all, man, and hope you all enjoy the collage. Peace. Yeah, I'm telling you, she is just taking off. My daughter taking off. We can't even keep up with her.
It's all right.
I know. I'm just making some videos. She can do something she can laugh at later. There we go, man.
You gotta bring the ship in. Oh. Okay, yeah. You can't go on the plane. You can't go on the plane.
All right, you can't bring it on the plane, Pop. There we go. What seat is the ticket at?
Just so I can put this up overhead.
Tickets together. Yeah, feel.
Keep all sticky, but you're
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous at first. As soon as I got here, it kind of really just left me. I'm not worried about it.
You got the window.
But it's gonna go on the plane though. Like,
Shit, man.
When y'all come out, it's gonna be like right by the door.
That's dope.
When y'all get off the plane. When y'all get off the plane, it's when you come off the plane, it's gonna be together with right there for you.
okay, so it is gonna go down.
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta stay at
Hello.
Okay, I got you.
I'm coming. I'm coming, Tank. You got it?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Where y'all get this on?
Oh, you want one? That's a good question. Hey, guys, we'll find out. Are you stepping? Oh, God, I'm talking.
And your final destination is Tampa, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so it'll be in the same spot in Tampa.
Okay.
Give them a few minutes though, because they do have to pull it from our cargo hold onto the plane and bring it all the way back up on the jet.
Okay.
So it'll take a few minutes, but it'll be okay.
Okay.
We on here. Gotta get the seats together right now. So, well, I'm trying to see what I'm seeing. I don't know for sure yet. Yeah, please.
It's a full flight.
Please sit in the designated. Go ahead, Tank. Go ahead.
I put the girls, are they sitting up here? I put them. Oh, okay.
They changed it, so that's why they're all.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
girls, you got a ticket.
They got the special treatment. No, we're looking at the back of y'all heads from back here.
Okay, sweetie, you want to take your journey? Come on, get your leg. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go to the back.
And you take this honey there.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
Double,
Doubted child.
doubted child.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I like it.
Thank you. What's up, man? How you doing? Alright, we walking bike in my Plies voice. Walking bike.
Okay, y'all, Journey, that's not your seat. Get up. Come on,
Get up. No, you cannot do that. Get up.
I want to sit down on window too.
Journey, you have to sit in the seat that you're designated to. I
Where
got
am I supposed to
15
sit, Mama?
seats. I'm gonna let y'all go there, man.
Up for me! Like it.
Stop acting crazy.
Where is it? Journey.
Mm-hmm. I'll be sitting down. Wow. Say ain't got window seat, but ain't nothing but a 3-inch look over here to see out the window. I don't know how much do that gonna make. We gonna see, huh?
Why you sit by yourself?
Cause I gotta wait for everybody else to get here. My daughter's asking me questions. But yeah, so we waiting on everybody else right now. Watching the first flight kind of. I got everything up on wallet, bag, up top. Yeah, we good. We good, we good. You know, we have to cut it off once, you know, get ready to take off, and they'll let us know when the phones is good. I gotta put it in airplane mode and stuff. So. Yeah. Oh, I should have brought my mic. I hope y'all get it hit me. Yeah, I should have brought my mic.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Spirit Airlines. Once you have located your seat, please stow your carriage. Large items such as roller blades should be placed in the overhead bin. Wheels are in facing the aisle and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Please be seated as quickly as possible. If you'd like to check out our snacks and drinks for purchase, download the Spirit Airlines app before the boarding door is closed. Wi-Fi is available. You can connect right now. Enable airplane mode. Scan the QR code on the seat back in front of you, or go to spiritwifi.com. If you are seated in
Oh, just like a little,
please help you with safety information.
so it's like a little thing. I can pull this out and put it right here.
Carefully read
Keep on
the
still.
selection criteria and functions at the back of the card. Please let us know if you need to be reseated. You do not
We gotta take off with everybody just getting on right now. What we waiting on? I do need to save my phone screen, so and I'm gonna be back, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Yep. My daughter asked me when I'm ready. I'm gonna be back on. Save my battery.
By 1994, ODB had been shot.
Yeah,
We'll get some of that when we get out.
Sorry. We got it right here.
So wait goodbye to our platformer, Caroline.
Hey,
Thanks
Fat
for getting us
Mama.
out safely, Caroline. Professor Ron has been out here. Hello, Professor Ron has been out here studying the way that animals communicate, whether animals are solitary by nature or like to hang out socially in large groups. They all have information that's important
See
to
what we
pass
got
along to
here.
other animals to help their communities thrive. So we'll be talking about some of those methods of communication in the animals we see out here today. Over here on the passenger side of the truck, you may see some golden caudus monkeys over there. There may be a few running around on the ground or up into the trees, so look closely. They are a bit small when it comes to primates.
Oh, no, you
They're
turned
just
it
about
around.
snack size for something with a lot of jaws and claws. So they're going to communicate without using any noise. That way way they don't alert
Oh, I
any
can't turn it
potential
around.
predators
Oh, well.
to their presence, they'll use facial expressions, hand gestures, or body position to get their information from monkey to monkey, and they are doing a really, really good job of hiding out. I don't actually see
They
one
are.
at the moment, but they can stay pretty hidden and pretty quiet when they want to. And if you saw that beautiful robotic
Now, they
preserve
are
sign, that lets us
good.
know that we've just arrived at the entrance to our majestic Habari Preserve. Wait, you guys like hear music or Connor, not that music, not the music, not that music. You're not on that tour. We're not doing that tour anymore. We're going through a narrow gate
no,
to
Jurassic
keep
Park.
everything inside the
Oh.
truck here. As we come along, we're coming out to an area which is free roaming for our animals, which means they're allowed to go around, hang out wherever they feel most comfortable and secure.
Okay, this is
Just
the
become
Roma
a bit of a
area.
game
They
of
can go out
hide
here
and
and
seek
hang
as we
out
try to
here.
figure out who's out here, what we can learn about them today. We do have a couple of bird species we'll be looking out for, as well as some antelopes. The large black wings and white underbellies. They're going to have one of the biggest wingspans of any flighted bird. Now, pay no attention to those white birds. They're from Florida. We don't know what they're doing here in Africa. They're just kind of freeloaders. So we're going to find some marabou storks or one of our African crown cranes out here. Now, those marabou storks can be a little bit challenged when it comes to communication. They don't actually have a voice.
You see them? Those are storks.
In the road. That would be the problem with the truck before us, as they're walking in the road. They don't actually have a voice box, so they can't sing and tweet and squawk like a lot of birds like to do. But they'll have a pink sack of skin hanging under their throat called a gular sac. They can expand or contract and make a croaking sound like you might expect.
Oh,
That is
the gazelle.
East African bongo over
Oh,
there.
like a gazelle.
Very unfortunately critically threatened out in the wild. And despite
They
being
almost like a
called
gazelle.
bongoos, they don't actually play the drums to communicate. But they do sound a little bit like an animal you may be familiar with. If anybody knows what kind of sound a cow makes, anybody know?
Move.
Yeah, you got it, moo, all right. Well, they are a part of that same Bovidae family as cows, and they can actually moo like you might expect from a cow. Now, we also have another antelope out here called a yellowback diker. Likes to hang out a lot in the shadows and can be very difficult to see. They're about the size of a sheep, about hip high on meat. They're going to have a charcoal gray, dark colored coat with a yellow patch along their back.
That's the stork.
Patch
I
is
think
going
that's
to give them
the
their name. They're yellowback dikers, as well as a way to communicate.
Yeah, that's the stork.
With other dikers. That pretty bird you see over, I know a couple of you looking over here on these birds. The large black and white ones are going to be marabou storks. They have those very long, skinny, very sharp beaks. The other one you see out there with the crazy yellow feathers on his head is an African crown crane. Now that crane is going to be one of the loudest birds out here, and they're going to sing a unison call with the mated couple sing back and forth. Right over here we do have a shoebill stork. Now she's
that's a
looking
big
right
one.
at you, so you can see why we call her a shoebill. I do need everybody to remain seated, honey, for your own safety. Now with that shoebill stork, she does something similar to the marabous called bill chattering.
Oh, look at
She
him.
chatters that beak together really quickly. This is going to be one of our marabous right over here. You can see that pink gular sac. So with that shoebill,
Yeah, it
with the shape of her bill, the surprisingly loud sound actually sounds a bit like a helicopter rotor. So if you're out here and you think you hear a helicopter buzzing around, it may just be one of those shoebill storks that's talking to you. As we come out into the next
Oh, look at the
part of
horsey.
the preserve, we're going to be catching
There's a horse
up with
over there.
Professor Ron at one of his research base camps. He has these base camps scattered around. Please stay inside the truck all the way, guys, just to be safe here. He has these base camps scattered around places where he can do his research with the animals, and he will be happy to answer any questions you might have about your internship today once your orientation is complete. So without any further ado, I'm just going to turn this tour over to Professor Ron. Oh well, he should be waiting right here for us on the porch. I don't see him right now, but that does look like his jacket hanging up, so I think we're definitely on the right track. He's been here for sure. Let me just give him a call, find out where he's gone. Hey, Professor Ron, it's Carolyn Connor with the new interns. We're here at Base Camp Kulinda. I thought you were going to meet us here, but we don't see you. What's your location? Over?
Hi there!
Oh, there he
Good
is.
to hear from you. I was trying to wait for you guys, but I just saw the coolest thing ahead in the brush.
Ooh.
I had to follow it to see what it was. You guys have got to get up there. It's incredible.
All right, Professor, we'll be headed that way. Over and out. All right, Connor, sounds like he's just up ahead of us, so let's keep going into the forest. Maybe we'll find him. I'll bet I know the animal that Professor Ron is so excited about. We're just heading into the Ituri rainforest, and there's an animal that lives here known as the okapi. They're very shy, elusive animals, and this is the only place in the world they're found in the wild. So we do get really excited when we hear that one's been seen. Now, Professor Ron works with the Okapi Conservation Project, a group that studies ways to protect the rainforest and this very habitat. And that is going to be a bay diker. That's not actually an okapi, but that is a full-grown bay diker. They're one of the second smallest species and only get to be about 14 to 18 inches in height. Now, the okapi is so elusive they are sometimes known as the ghost of the rainforest. So we don't often see them out here, but we can see signs that the okapi's been around. They'll mark out their territory a couple of different ways by rubbing their neck and face up against the trees, leaving their soup lands behind and letting other animals know that there's an okapi living here. As we come out into the savannah, you may see some African painted dogs or wild dogs.
Hyena, it look like it.
Okapi, these are very social animals that live in large families.
They basically look like hyenas almost.
High-pitched jips and squeals, a noise that sounds a little bit like a dog's squeaky toy or even a bird chirping.
They look just like hyenas.
Auditory camouflage. They can be talking among themselves.
Or dingoes. Hyenas or dingoes.
And still the prey can't hear them coming. They hear anything at all. It just sounds like a harmless. Well, for those painted dogs, they actually get their prey about 80% of the time. You can compare that to those famous lions that are only successful about 25 to 30% of the time. So you see how
is that a rhino?
In a large pack really helps out great.
Look, rhino.
For those painted dogs. Coming up next, we do have
see the rhino?
southern white rhinos, and look carefully because you may see a very small southern white rhino in there. That is going to be baby boy McCoo. He was born on October 3rd, so he's only about 6 months old. Watch out for the trees coming in, guys. Don't take it in the face, please. And this means that we are coming up to our next base camp, so I'm sure that Professor... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Does look like his truck is gone for sure, and I guess he was in a hurry when he left. He knocked his chair over, he left a lot of his stuff behind. Let me just give him another call, make sure he's doing all right. Hey, Professor Ron, it is Carol and Connor with the new interns. We're up here now at Base Camp 1, but once again, we don't see you anywhere. Are you still doing all right? Over.
I'm doing
There he is.
I was just checking in on our pack of painted dogs, and I saw this host of amazing things. They started to chase their prey at 40 miles per hour,
40.
and I ran to catch up.
Oh, you can't run that
My
fast.
hat must have fallen behind. Thought I might have better luck if I just jumped in my research mobile. So I drove ahead. Hope I don't crash. Get it? Over.
Oh, I get it, Professor. I hope you don't crash either. Now, don't worry, guys. This is a little scary to hear about a crash when he's out and about in his truck. I think Professor Ron was just having some fun. You can get a look at our little guy in there. This may be your best shot over there behind
Look at him.
else. He is still growing. They're going to be one of the fastest growing land mammals, putting on about 100 pounds a month every month, their first year or two of life, until they get to their full grown weight.
Hey, 100 pounds a month? That's crazy.
Now, Professor Ron does work with the International Rhino Foundation. They study all 5 species of rhinos in the wild. 4 of those are solitary by nature, but the southern white rhinos that were coming by and hanging out up here at the watering hole area like to live together in groups, or what are called crashes of 14, 15 animals each. You know how animal groups have their own names, like a group of dolphins is a pod, a group of lions is a pride, well, a group of rhinos is actually known as a crash. Now, living together in groups of crashes means that good communication is very important to these rhinos. They have a number of vocalizations that they use. They grunt, they snort, they huff, they chuff. The males will run straight up to each other, face to face, and they will scream to assert dominance, and then they'll turn and run away. The moms will pant at their babies, and the babies will poo back up at them to let them know they're really hungry. Now, they have these large ears. They can swivel in any direction and excellent hearing, so that does make vocalization a great way to talk back and forth. But they have something else they do.
Oh, there
as
you go,
well.
right there,
They
look.
go up to the same community poop pile. Now, they'll all use that community
Look at 'em.
bathroom. It's called a midden. They'll go up to that midden and leave their own deposit behind, turn around, take a whiff, he's in the middle of what the other rhinos have left there in its place, and they learn all about the other animals out here in the crash with them. So just by smelling their poop, kind of like a dog, they can figure out who's young or old, who's male or
You're
female.
the elephant.
Someone has a new baby, or they're just single and ready to rhino mingle. These are all clues they can pick up on by smelling that midden. Now, Professor Ron's going to encourage you to use that midden to get to know our rhinos a little better. I myself prefer to just look at their horns. Their horns are unique to every rhino. They're made of keratin, like our hair and fingernails, which means they're growing all the time. This means they have to find big heavy things in their
Don't worry about it. She do it again,
environment
but
to
flick
rub
at
against
it.
their horns, file them down, keep them suited to their own personalities. They can use trees or rocks, even man-made items like fence posts or trucks or trucks. Oh no, that's Professor Ron's truck, and it doesn't look very good. Looks like he may have had another run in here with the rhinos, but I still don't see him running around. Let me see if I can give another call, see if I can locate him this time. Hey, Professor Ron, it's Carol and Connor with the new interns. We've just come across your truck over by the rhinos, and it looks like you may have run into some trouble once again. Are you still doing all right? Over.
I'm okay. The rhinos decided to use my research mobile to plow their horns. They got a little overzealous, and one of them punctured my tire. I went the rest of the way on foot. I must have left my binoculars behind by accident. Oh no. But I definitely did not need them to see the animal up ahead. It's huge! I'm almost back to the loading dock, so I should see you guys there soon. Over.
Well, once again, we just missed Professor Ron. He was here only moments ago, but now he's headed back up to the loading dock, so maybe we'll be able to catch up with him there at the end of our tour. Connor, why don't we take this shortcut here through elephant country and see what we see up ahead. Coming up, we have some of our African bush elephants. These are the largest land mammal in the world today. The males can get to be over 14,000 pounds, which is far more than this truck weighs, even when it is fully loaded up. Now, the elephants like to live in matriarchal herds, which means it's often the oldest female that runs the herd and calls the shots. When the males get a little older, they'll go out for that solitary bachelor lifestyle. They may hook up with other males once in a while, but the females are going to stay together in the same herd for their entire lives. I guess they're all waiting down at the other end of our area here. Elephants are incredibly intelligent animals that form very strong social bonds, so good communication is essential to them. They have over 70 different vocalizations, including that trumpeting you may have heard, and over 160 different ways to communicate through sight, touch, and smell. Many of those involve those very long, sensitive trunks they have. They actually have more muscles in those trunks than we have in our entire bodies. And just as we tend to be left-handed or right-handed as people, they can be left-tusked or right-tusked as elephants. They'll be dominant one side or the other. Sometimes if you look right on them, you can see one tusk is just a little bit shorter, and that's how you know they use that tusk a little more often, wear it down a little bit more. So that's just another way to keep up with them. These elephants also have an interesting way of communicating called infrasound, which a lot of other animals are going to use infrasound as well. Now it's going to be a low frequency rumble that travels throughout the ground, and we can't hear it, but they feel it in the bottom of their feet going up their bones and into their head. And it's a way they can stay in touch even if they're 20 or 30 miles apart. So if a young elephant gets separated from their herd, they can often find their way back just by following that rumble.
Oh, look at the boo, look at the boo-boo. Look at the big turd. That's what that is on the ground. That's their waist. That's what. See? They
work with our animal care staff inside and outside that building, showing off their amazing intelligence and their ability to cooperate with one another. The elephants have actually been able to...
You want to go out there and see what it smells like?
...reflection in a mirror. That's something only a handful of animals like bottlenose dolphins, chimpanzees, and most people can do. I do want to make sure everybody gets a really good look at this big blue dumpster coming up over here on the driver's side of the truck. This is one of our poop processing communication centers, and that one is just reserved for the elephants. Now, you all are going to be very excited to find out that your job as interns is going to be keeping that dumpster all filled up.
Oh.
But don't you worry, the elephants will help you out with that. They'll do their part. They eat about 300 pounds a day each, and they poop about 300 pounds a day each.
Dang.
We have 6 of them that hang out here at the preserve. So as you can imagine, there's plenty of material to be loading into that dumpster at all times. These yellow buildings over on the passenger side of the truck are part of the Jack R. Lane Foundation Animal Care Campus. The annex is where the animals come. You see some of our giraffes over here on the driver's side as well. This is our giraffe night house. It's getting a little spruced up. We are home to a small herd of Maasai giraffes. They are the tallest of the giraffe subspecies. Now the Captain Lowry Strauss Veterinary Hospital over here is going to be where our medical experts monitor the health of all the animals out here. If an animal is too big to fit through their doors, they do make house calls. Their equipment is portable. They'll go out to the habitat where the animal happens to be. The Sandy and Tom Callahan Center for Wildlife Conservation is where Professor Ron hooks up with other conservation groups. And then the Animal Nutrition Center here is where the custom diets of our animals are prepared fresh every single day. Now as interns, you have access to that building as well. If you wake up hungry in the middle of the night, just be sure to use the human fridge and not the animal fridge. Our crickets have been seasoned and it makes all the difference. Over here on the driver's side, you see there's a bit of construction as we try and expand and upgrade our giraffe area a little bit. Giraffes are known as the watchtower of the savannah. They have excellent eyesight. Their height gives them a great advantage to see for quite a distance. So if they see a threat and turn and run the other way, a lot of other animals are going to take note and follow suit. Those giraffes are known, of course, for their very long, skinny necks. But it might be interesting for you to find out that they have the same number of bones in their necks as you and I. We all have 7 neck vertebrae. Nearly all mammals are going to have 7 neck vertebrae.
Dang,
So
they got
most
some
of the
long
animals
neck
you see
bones.
on your tour today are going to have those 7 neck vertebrae. It's just that ours are only about this big and the giraffes are about this big. So they have much bigger bones out there. Over here on the driver's side of the truck, we have some Aldabra tortoises. These are going to be the second largest.
Oh, look at the big turtle. You see it at the end right there?
They communicate with head bobs and fellows.
Oh, there's another one right
They
here.
communicate with small birds on their island by stretching out their arms and legs and neck. This invites the birds to come down and feast on the bugs and the parasites that get caught in the folds of their skin. So the birds get a nice meal out of it, and the Aldabra tortoises get a nice massage. We also have some Galapagos tortoises down there. Now, they are the largest land tortoise in the world.
There you go.
But they're not typically
Gee.
found in Africa. They're found off the coast
That's
of
a big
South
turtle,
America
bud.
and the Galapagos
That is a
Islands.
big turtle.
So Professor Ron just had to bring them over here to help with the tortoise research he's been conducting. Here along this pathway, we often see some of our human animals down there. They communicate by talking, laughing, waving, singing, crying, dancing, and using these things called cell phones. Looking at it, I don't see Professor Ron up there anywhere. Let me just give him another call, see if we can find out if he's going to be able to meet us. Hey, Professor Ron, it's Carolyn Connor with the new interns coming back into the station. I still don't see you up ahead. Are you going to be able to join us, or do you have some parting words for our interns? Over.
Hi, intern!
There he is.
I'm so sorry I missed you.
Aw.
But congratulations on completing your orientation today.
Woohoo!
I'm so excited to have you on our team. I hope you have enjoyed learning about all of these magnificent animals and how they interact with one another. It is my hope that you will share your newfound knowledge with others and continue learning how we can all work together to protect wildlife everywhere. Safe travels, everyone, and thanks for visiting the Hambari Preserve!
All right, I am going to ask everybody just remain seated for a few more minutes while we get those stairs pulled up and secured to the back of the truck. You would like to know more about
This is obvious. Hey, fat mama. Hey. Yeah, right. No, she up. She waving. ATV. No, you cannot.
I read some reviews and they said you could go out pretty far.
No. Why are you testing your wife? What's wrong with you? I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. You're not finna come out here being stupid. I want to go home with all of my family that I came here with. You are not. You already know Florida waters are the worst. You not finna come out here doing that. No. I'm gonna let them know on camera we are not built the same. We ain't testing it. Oh, that's gonna get him. I knew it. I said that's gonna get him. I said that's gonna get him right there.
That ain't finna die.
Out here in these good Florida waters. Got the two knuckleheads out there.